What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson. Today I want to go over the price of Bitcoin. I want to go over a few moving averages. I want to go over the support and resistance areas that I think are going to be playing the most important role in the price action moving forward. So I'm looking at the daily chart right now, and I have this mapped out. I'm looking at the horizontal support and horizontal resistances that is playing the most important role in our price action right now. On the bottom of this formation, we can see from 9,100 to about 9,500 is the key support area that the bulls need to hold. And from about 11,000 to 11,400 is that key resistance area that the bears need to hold below. So looking at the horizontal support area and the horizontal resistance area, we can see that the downward sloping resistance is now confluent with our main resistance point ranging in between 11,000 and 11,400. So one thing to keep in mind right now that's very important is if you look back during Bitcoin's parabolic run from the low 3,000s up to upwards of 14,000, we were holding above this upward sloping parabolic support line. And on July 13th, this area right here is when we broke below the upward sloping parabolic support line. And that is when we exited the parabolic trajectory and entered a descending triangle, finding horizontal lows and lower highs. So right now we are still within the descending triangle, and taking a look at this volume here on across all the top exchanges, there was no real increase in volume. So recently Bitcoin did have a really nice swing. Looking at the 4-hour chart, we can see from the horizontal support box that we have mapped out here at about 9,300, Bitcoin did see a really nice push to the upside, ranging across the descending triangle pattern. So we have had a nice push to the upside, but we are still remaining well within the pattern. If you're looking at the volume here, there was no major increase in volume on this push. It was a nice consistent push to the top resistance area, but the volume had no significant change. So overall, we are still on a decline in volume, and we are still remaining within the pattern, regardless of the nice push we had in the past few days. So if you ask me, nothing has really changed. Bitcoin is still within the pattern. In order to get a major change, in order for the behavior of the market to change and to get some real moves in this market, what the bulls need to do is remain above the 21 EMA and push towards this level and get through this staunch resistance that we have from 11,000 to 11,400. And if the bulls can get through that, if the bulls can break through that resistance area, of course, get above the downward sloping resistance line and break through this resistance box from 11,000 to 11,400, if the bulls do get through that area, then you would see some major changes in the market. Volume would pick up and we would see a lot stronger moves in this market. But for right now, we're still consolidating. For right now, in my opinion, we are still in a bearish posture. We still have lower highs and horizontal lows, and we are still in a descending triangle pattern. And, we're stuck in between this resistance right here and this support right here. And as long as we hold below the downward sloping resistance line, then we are still in a more bearish posture, getting lower highs, horizontal lows, which does put us in a classic descending triangle, which would most likely result in a breakdown. So again, in order to get a major change, you need to get above this resistance box. You need to get above the downward sloping resistance and move through this resistance box ranging from 11,000 to 11,400. And once you get above that, there's not much resistance above you at that point. The behavior in the market at that point would change drastically. And as long as we hold below the downward sloping resistance, we are still within a classic descending triangle pattern, and likely that would result in a bearish break to the downside. Not much has changed here. We had a nice bounce recently. The volume is not picking up very much at all, and we're still within a descending triangle, stuck between horizontal support and horizontal resistance. And we also are now coming up on the downward sloping resistance line. So now I want to move on to the dominance chart, the Bitcoin dominance chart. So right now, Bitcoin is regaining dominance above 70%. Right now, Bitcoin is above 70% dominance, which means we're coming back above levels from mid-April of 2017, before the peak at 20,000. So Bitcoin is now regaining historic levels of dominance. And if you just take a look at the altcoins, the altcoins are selling off. Just turn on the others tab here. Overall, all the altcoins are still selling off, even when Bitcoin is rising here. As Bitcoin was rising in price in this area right here, it was still losing dominance, but that's because there was so much money flowing into the market at that point. There was a lot of hype in the market. There was also a lot of ignorance. There was a lot of money flowing into the market that didn't really know what they were getting involved in. And even though Bitcoin was gaining in price, it was also losing dominance and altcoins were gaining dominance. Right now, Bitcoin is gaining in price and altcoins are losing their dominance. So the behavior in the market is definitely changing a lot. The market is becoming more mature. People are becoming smarter. People are realizing that a lot of these coins are quite useless. So going forward, just keep in mind that this market is becoming more informed and the best coins are going to win. You know, I don't think we're going to see an alt season like we've seen before in the way that all the altcoins are going to start gaining. I think really what we're going to see moving forward is that key projects, only good projects are going to be seeing major gains in this market from now on. I think, you know, the hype phase, I don't think we're going to see a hype phase like that, you know, until this market gets true usage. I don't think we're going to see an altcoin hype phase in the way that we did in 2017, in 2018, when people were coming into this market just thinking that they were getting involved in the next best thing. I think this market is now maturing, and that is reflecting in the dominance chart right now. So before we end this video, if you guys are interested in a platform that allows you to manage your entire crypto portfolio, all the exchanges that you're working from, all from one platform, then you need to check out CryptoWatch. Click that link below and get a free 2 weeks if you click that link below in the description or the comment section. If you use that affiliate link, you will get a free 2 weeks. So if you guys have any interest, definitely check it out. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.